with my boyfriend at the time, and his older brother, because we were only 16, had taken us to a clinic to get on birth control, actually. And they did an examination and said, well, you can't get on birth control because you are pregnant. I didn't even know I was at the time. So that was how I found out. And, you know, it's a blur a little bit for a while. It was very shocking. Didn't expect that. So that was kind of how I found out. And the first couple weeks was just trying to tell parents and deal with the options. I don't necessarily know who told me about adoption. I don't remember anyone telling me about that, but I just knew that that was an option. Got to the hospital. He was born very quickly, and I was very insistent on holding him and, you know, having some time with him. They all discouraged that, the hospital as well as family discouraged doing that, and I was very insistent on doing it anyway. I was like, I need that. So I spent an hour probably just holding him and rocking him, and had my mom do the same. We have just a couple pictures, but I just needed that. I knew that I wasn't going to change my mind at that point. I felt like I had already made that promise to that family. And even though I might have wanted to keep him, I just knew financially and emotionally, I don't know that I would have given him the best life that I could have. It was probably a few months later that I really struggled with some depression and even some suicidal thoughts. Just, I didn't see any future. But then also in the same respect, just feeling like I made the right decision, but also just grieving what I lost and grieving that decision and hoping that it was the right one and not knowing if it was. And, you know, I would really encourage someone to have someone to talk to, whether it's an organization or whether it's a counselor or a friend that has maybe gone through it, or an adult, if you're a teen, to give you a different perspective. Just in the lost lessons that I've had since then, you know, in retrospect, life has always gotten better. Ultimately, had 5 more children. I think in it must have been September of 2020, my son that I raised called me and he's like, I found him. And I was like, oh, what are you talking about? And he's like, he was looking for siblings. When the son I gave up for adoption, had his second child, he started looking for siblings because he knew that he had at least one. And so they somehow connected at the same time. They were both kind of looking for each other, and they found each other. They both had the same picture that I had of him when he was 2. It was I don't know, I was really excited. I was really excited for the kids because all of them had always wanted to meet him. And I just was so excited to know that he was safe, that he was good. He had a family of his own. He had 2 children. And to just know that he had a good life. I was able to go where he lived. I was actually taking a trip to where he lived. And so we had the opportunity to meet with one of my daughters and spend time with his family. He was just very open and willing to allow me to meet his children and his wife, and then his adopted mom was there. The last day I almost didn't meet up with him again because my emotions caught up to me, and I forced myself to work through those emotions of, okay, this is going to be difficult, but it's good, and this is going to take time, and whatever I can get, I'll take. You know, if this is the extent of the relationship, then that's fine. And if it ever changes into something else, that's fine too, because it's really always been what's best for him. want you to know that you're not alone. You need to just find that person who will walk with you, but you are not alone. There are a lot of people that make these decisions and they're good, and you're helping a family that can't have their own children, and you're making a choice to choose life, and you're not alone. It's a good thing. It's a good decision, and it might be hard, and there might be some hard spots to walk through, but you can do it. And life does get better. Life does get brighter. Things do change. We can't see that necessarily when we're young. Myself, I couldn't either, but on the backside of it, now that I've looked back on my life, I've had a beautiful life, and you're not alone. This wasn't a planned thing for me. It wasn't something that I expected when I was 16, but it's been the most beautiful gift, and it was really an unplanned good.